Right, so exciting news. We're going to get a superhighway in the sky, and it's going to cause all the disruption in the world to everyone that flies model planes and drones and hobbyists and everything. Wait, no, wait, stop, no, wait, no. That's not actually the case. What's really interesting, so this is Altitude Angel's superhighway. Now, got to clear up a few myths because people have seen it and already getting into a bit of a panic and a bit of a flap how it's going to kind of have a knock-on effect to all the hobby flying or model flyers, anyone that's inside this superhighway. And it's the word superhighway doesn't really apply. It is just airspace that is going to be used by certain drones to go from A to B, for example. Now, the critical bits are, one, nothing changes for any other airspace user. Let me be clear. I'll say that again so it sinks into everyone's fuzzy little minds. There will be no change for normal hobby or manned aviation airspace users at all. Nothing changes in what you will do, where you can fly, or the airspace that you're flying through, and the rules that are already out there within that airspace. This is very important. So how does it kind of work is your next question. Well, it means that if you're flying your drone within that flight corridor, you don't need to log into Altitude Angel. You don't need any special permissions to be there. You're going to follow what you already do for the normal drone user. This is vital, okay, and I will tip my hat accordingly to Altitude Angel. They've gone, look, we're not going to make it a sign-up service, so anyone inside this corridor, just to fly your drone for hobby or recreation, you don't have to sign up for this. If it's a model flying club inside this corridor, it doesn't matter to them or to us. You don't have to do anything special. You don't have to tell Altitude Angel you're there. If there's a small airfield, you don't have to tell them, they don't have to tell Altitude Angel they are there. It doesn't matter. The vital thing about this highway in the sky, and it's not a super highway, it's a highway in the sky, this flight corridors, if you like, for drones, is they have no impact on current aviation in any way, shape or form to what's already going on. And that is absolutely brilliant. You don't have to fit transponders to your aircraft. There's no need for remote ID of any kind to be in the corridor. It's so clever in its most basic form that it's just bonkers. Now, most unified traffic management systems out there want some sort of transponder beacon on the aircraft, or governments are going to want remote ID, blah de blah de blah de blah blah blah. Whereas Altitude Angel, if you're just out flying hobby, you're fine. Now, if you want to fly inside the corridor and you want to fly with their system, that changes slightly. So you will have to talk to Altitude Angel, you will have to sign up to the service because you want to use that service. However, if you're not using that service, you don't have to sign up to it. You can just continue to use airspace as you normally should do, as we're all used to, which is fantastic. You know, there's no difference to us at all. And that people have to grasp. So how does it work? So there are a series of towers, they have sensors on them and they see everything in the sky. Now, air traffic control doesn't see everything in the sky. Everyone thinks that ATCs are all linked together and they can see everything else. This is not true. Now, they've got there's no unified across the UK air traffic management system at all. In a nutshell, absolutely nothing. So Bristol Airport has no idea about Heathrow's ATC, for example. They've got no idea about each other. And if there's aircraft in Class G airspace, none of the ATCs know about it. Their radar actually stops at a certain point and they have no idea. And if you turn off your transponder of any kind that you've got fitted to an aircraft, you can quite easily just vanish in our airspace anyway. It's rather amusing. It's always about the fear of the unknown drone. It should be more the fear of the unknown aircraft, because basically in Class G anything can be there, microlight or a glider or a Cessna, and no one would have a clue. No air traffic control nearby that's over 5 kilometres away would possibly have a Scooby-Doo they were there unless they talked to them on the radio. So the Altitude Angel system, what it does, it has these towers and it can detect those aircraft in the sky regardless. And all it means is you sign up to the Altitude Angel system to fly in the corridors. You're flying from A to B. All it does, it detects all air traffic, and as your aircraft flies through the corridor, it detects other aircraft, and then it tells the pilot by sending them a signal or a message or telling the aircraft to do a diversion. And it only has to be subtle because these corridors are, I believe, 10 miles or 10 kilometres wide, so they're quite wide. So all it has to do is go, there's an aircraft coming this way, you're flying this way, just go around it. And there's other aircraft in the corridor and at different heights, and it can just map around it all. It is absolutely a stunning idea. And it also means that all these drone defence systems or these anti-drone detection systems all became pointless, literally overnight. The millions of pounds that have been wasted on all these other systems, Altitude Angel system has just made them obsolete for the most part. If you're an airport, this is what you want at your airport, Altitude Angel system. You sign up to it and they will just come along, install the towers, and all of a sudden you have got a system that can detect all aircraft and all drones and give it to you live on a screen in the ATC tower. Now that is amazing, and it is crazy bonkers. So if you're an airport out there watching and you happen to see this, don't sign up to anything else. The Altitude Angel system is the one you want, because it works for unmanned aircraft management traffic. It will work as counter drone, so you can see rogue systems that just pop up that you're not expecting, and they even track your manned aviation for you. It's crazy. It also means we can probably see, there's always been this thing about drones are breaking the rules and they're always flying where they shouldn't. What would be interesting is to see how much the Altitude Angel system picks up manned aviation that are cutting across corners of controlled airspace, because ATCs generally will never know about it. However, with the Altitude Angel system, they can go, that aircraft just turned off its transponder, because you can track it with a DSB, for example, and the transponder goes off, and then, oh look, it's reappeared on the other side of its controlled airspace. How did they get there? It also means that people that pay sort of Flight Radar or other companies to have their track disappear or not appear on those apps won't matter, because Altitude Angels will pick them up and it will show that aircraft flying across the airspace. So I think there's a real winner here, and I think the way they are doing it, they've got it absolutely done really well. Now, if you want to hear it from the horse's mouth, if you like, I will link a video where Richard from Altitude Angel came on SUS News. I will put the link in the description and you can hear it from Richard himself, the guy in charge of Altitude Angel. Just go and listen to him speak. It is absolutely, it could be the biggest airspace game changer going since sliced bread. It really could. It just needs to roll out across the whole of the UK, but that will cost a fortune. But literally, it could be absolutely amazing, and there will be no need for remote ID, because all you have to do is say to the police, just use the Altitude Angel system. You can see where people are. You can see every drone in the sky. It negates so many issues. It's just, yeah. It'd be interesting what what the charges become for delivery companies and everything. But I think, you know, that's still to be sorted out and ironed out. But the prospect of a full system like this is the benefits are just going to be astounding in the long run, especially if manned aviation can be brought on board and they grasp this fact as well. For lower airspace we can see everything, and it might stop a few incidents with manned aviation as well. But yeah, it looks really good. Watch the video from SUS News, like I say. Right everyone, safe flying, take care and have a good one.